Hello everyone and welcome back to Rebel Brick. This is going to be a shorter video today. I kind of had to work a little later and had some other things come up, but for a short video, we haven't kind of visited our um, factory for a little bit. I did do a little bit of modifications to it. As you can see, as I'm panning down, I have a couple more murals in the back. So we have a boat, we have the guys sitting there, and then we have my custom plane sitting there behind the presses. Um, our extra side walls here, which as I point over here, our sidewalls. Those are the same sidewalls that I was using over on the on my pool table, having my regular set over there. Um, but as we kind of look at this and we kind of zoom in, you see how that's all looking. Granted, the lights are off, but if you notice, now I have where it's printed there, but there is no print on those. And as we swing on over, I do have print coming off of these guys here, but it's not actually on that last spot. So we have regular material coming in, and then it starts getting printed on. So kind of showing that. We got our maintenance guy. I'm looking for suggestions for a maintenance guy. Right now we only have one individual. Looking at the face, is it actually, I'm kind of wondering, do we have a guy or a girl? No, looks like a guy. Okay. I didn't remember if it was a guy's face or girl's face, and I'm just kind of looking at it, and from the angle and with a little bit of shadow there, I just wasn't 100% certain. But we have our maintenance cart. I don't have a maintenance bay yet. So, but here's our action figure machines, making our action figures. And we have two pallet jacks. One's a regular pallet jack in the front, and we have a motorized pallet jack in the back. We have our other two machines, and then we finally have our stairwell, and this is our break room. And we got a door there. This is an older style door, so I'm going to move this over. Okay, so as I lift all this up, and I believe I built it strong enough to do all this. Okay, so this is a very older style, or very old style door. This is how they did doors, geesh, many years ago. Today we're kind of used to the more modern door, which I will sneak on over here. And as we look at the bathrooms, we got doors on here, so the men's room and the ladies' room, we have all that, and I have signs there, so maybe they're not the straightest, but we have the men's room, and my phone here is not cooperating because the camera's on one side. We have women's room, so I have signs on everything. And then we have the break room, so it's all labeled. Close our door. Looking in here, I haven't gotten the table in here yet, and seeing that I do have a spare table sitting here, I'm going to put that in there. I'm just going to set it up against the wall for now, at least. So it's there, and it doesn't seem like it wants to kind of snap in place, so I'll just kind of leave it there. But we do have a refrigerator. I changed out the panels on the door so it's white instead of being gray, so it gives it a little bit more color. There's the bathrooms, and I did do some kind of makeshift toilets in there. Still no sinks or anything in there, but I do have that. And then as we come around, there's our small pallet wrapper, so we do have that thing going. And then we have our racking here. So this is a little different than what I've done before. I kind of did this closer to one of the train sets that I had gotten, where essentially it was those cross-membered beams, which I have some of those on order or whatever. So hopefully we can do some extra work. I'm thinking maybe more with the space stuff, because those go out six studs instead of just being four. And I really need to watch the room I have here, so just having a 4 here works out a little bit better. I have a couple skids up on top. These sit a little too snug to really sit in there, but wrapping them up like this and making it look like they're full of action figures is something I thought was kind of important. And then we have our entryway. So we didn't have this here the last time we did this either. And I'm going to move our offices back up. And once we get our entryway office net, as I kind of zoom in here as I'm lifting all this up. Okay, so this kind of all lifts up. So as you see, this all lifts up and it sits in there a little goofy. But I wanted to do that so if I have someone sitting here at our desk, we can do that. We have a TV right here. And we have our copy machine, which I've used that for having instances where maybe the copy machine broke on us or whatever else. And I wanted it so that way the walls are low. So if I'm doing anything out here, I can do that without having all of this office in the way. Looking at how I did our offices here, because if you remember the last time we had this, the walls were actually taller. So I kind of knocked down the bottom walls a little bit so I can make this, and it all works for one set of stairs. It's off just a little bit, but by working that up a little bit, it kind of worked out for me. Looks pretty decent. Like you'd seen already, I can lift all this out of there, so that works out pretty good. And I lost my screen here. So we have Hector and we have Shannon that are going to be in there, and Hector is the one that's out here. We have on the next one, we have Lisa. She's going to be our HR manager. And then we have John. That's our plant manager. And then all the way on the end, we have Gary. And of course, I got Gary a little bit on an angle. It's the best I could do trying to reach over all this. And Gary's our forklift trainer. So he gets a smaller corner office. If you look inside here, he's got a smaller office. John, being the plant manager's got a little bit bigger. Our HR director's got a smaller office. And then we have Hector and Shannon taking care of all of our finances and ordering our stocks and all that stuff. They get to share office. They actually have the biggest room there, but really they don't have any more room than anyone else because it's all there. I'm thinking of trying to get some railings up in front of all this. We have a little clock here. So that all works out. One of the things I was thinking of doing as I kind of come back here a little bit is I had made this piece up here so I could have a little foliage right in front of the door. And I might even try and get a sidewalk or something out here. I'm not certain because we're getting close to the edge of my workbench. So I don't know if I'm going to do like some parking spaces in front of here as we look over. And I have some guys sitting here, and I was using these for drinks. So that way everyone's got drinks. One of my comics, I think I was using that for coffee. We had, well, for the zombie comic that we did, I was using that for coffee. So, but that's the state of where we are. I kind of took a picture of this. That's at the very beginning. So there we are. We still have our 2 containers here. I'm looking to maybe see if I can't find another container or 2. That would be kind of neat, so I could maybe have one there, and then maybe for our space stuff, maybe I could have a container. So I know it's a shorter video. Like I said, I kind of had to work a little later today, so I wasn't able to do any more comics today. I just running out of time. I wanted to get something up, and I know we haven't visited our factory in a little bit, so I figure we'll take a look at this, and hopefully we'll have some time tomorrow night or whatever after work, and then we can start trying to get a couple more comics done or something else and see what kind of fun we can have and be silly. So thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Have a good day and keep bricking.